Henry Wilkins was the kind of man who seemed to have it all. As the CEO of Wilkins Tech, a flourishing software company, he commanded both respect and wealth. Yet, in the quiet moments of his life, Henry felt an ache of loneliness. Years of business dealings and superficial relationships left him longing for something genuine, a love untainted by his wealth or status. One late evening, as he looked out of his expansive office window, watching the city lights blink in the distance, an idea struck him. What if he could strip away his title, his tailored suits, and his reputation? What if he could meet someone who saw him as just Henry, not the wealthy CEO? Inspired, Henry devised a plan. For 1 month, he would work undercover as a gateman at his own company. The transformation was seamless. With the help of his trusted assistant, Linda, Henry donned the uniform of a gateman. He swapped his designer watch for a simple timepiece and exchanged his sleek car for a modest bicycle. To avoid suspicion, he introduced himself to the staff as Harry, a man hired temporarily by the security agency. The real security team was sworn to secrecy, amused by their boss's eccentric experiment. On his first day, Harry, as he now called himself, stood at the company's gates, greeting employees with a warm smile. Most offered polite nods, too preoccupied to notice the striking resemblance between the gateman and their CEO. Henry relished the simplicity of his new role, observing the comings and goings of his employees, and occasionally exchanging small talk with those who cared to linger. It was on his 3rd day as a gateman that he met her. Amelia Brooks worked in the company's marketing department. She wasn't the type to turn heads with flashy outfits or loud charisma. Instead, she carried a quiet confidence that drew people in. That morning, Amelia arrived late, clutching a coffee cup and looking flustered. "Good morning," Henry said with a smile, tipping his cap. "Morning," Amelia replied, her voice tinged with embarrassment. "It's one of those days." "Running late?" he asked, holding the gate open for her. "You could say that. Thanks, by the way." She flashed him a grateful smile and hurried inside. Henry found himself looking forward to their brief encounters. Amelia had a habit of stopping by the gate during her lunch breaks, often bringing a sandwich or a cup of coffee. Over time, their conversations grew longer. They talked about everything from their favorite books to childhood memories. Henry was captivated by her kindness, her humor, and her genuine curiosity about life. "You're not like most people here," Amelia said one afternoon, studying him with curious eyes. "How so?" he asked, feigning ignorance. "You actually listen," she said simply. "Most people just rush through their day. But you seem present." Her words struck a chord. In his high-powered life as a CEO, Henry had often been surrounded by people who spoke more than they listened. Amelia's observation felt like a validation of his choice to step away from that world, even temporarily. As the days turned into weeks, Henry's feelings for Amelia deepened, but he knew he couldn't keep up the charade forever. The guilt of deceiving her weighed heavily on him, especially as she began sharing more about her own dreams and struggles. She confided in him about her aspirations to start a nonprofit organization and her frustration with the corporate grind. "Sometimes I wonder if I'm making any real difference," she admitted one evening. "You make a difference every day," Henry said earnestly, "more than you realize." She smiled at him, her eyes glistening with gratitude. "Thanks, Harry. That means a lot." By the end of the month, Henry knew it was time to reveal the truth. He invited Amelia to a nearby cafe after work, determined to come clean. "There's something I need to tell you," he began, his palms sweating. Amelia looked at him with concern. What is it? Taking a deep breath, Henry said, My name isn't Harry. It's Henry Wilkins. I'm the CEO of Wilkins Tech. Amelia's eyes widened in shock. You're joking, right? I wish I were, he said, his voice tinged with regret. I've been pretending to be a gateman because I wanted to see if I could find someone who cared about me for who I am, not what I have. Amelia stared at him, her expression unreadable. So, everything you told me was true, Henry said quickly, except my name and my position. Amelia, I never meant to deceive you. I wanted something real, and with you I found it. For a long moment, Amelia was silent. Finally, she said, I need time to process this. Of course, Henry said, his heart sinking. Take all the time you need. Days turned into weeks, and Henry heard nothing from Amelia. He returned to his role as CEO, throwing himself into work to distract from the void her absence left. Just when he began to lose hope, he received a text. Asterisk, meet me at the cafe. When he arrived, Amelia was already there, waiting with a thoughtful expression. Hi, he said cautiously. Hi, she replied. I've been thinking a lot about what you told me. It was a lot to take in, but I realized something. The man I got to know over the past month wasn't a lie. That was you, Henry. The uniform didn't matter. Hope blossomed in his chest. Does that mean? It means I'm willing to give this a shot, she said, smiling. But next time, no secrets. No secrets, he promised. As they walked out of the cafe together, Henry felt something he hadn't in years, a sense of true belonging. For the first time, he wasn't the CEO or the gateman. He was simply a man in love, and that was enough. Henry's life took on a new rhythm. Every morning, he would still arrive early at the office gates, not as a gateman, but as someone eager to meet Amelia for a quick coffee before work. Their relationship grew stronger with time, filled with shared adventures and honest conversations. Meanwhile, Amelia's dreams of starting a nonprofit began taking shape. With Henry's encouragement, she pitched her idea to potential investors, securing funding for her initiative. She focused on creating educational programs for underprivileged youth, a cause close to her heart. Henry admired her determination and often found himself volunteering at her events. Though he continued running Wilkins Tech, he made a conscious effort to balance his work and personal life. Inspired by Amelia's passion, he even launched a company program that provided scholarships to aspiring tech students from disadvantaged backgrounds. The couple's bond deepened as they navigated life together. They celebrated each other's successes and leaned on one another during challenges. Henry found joy in the simplicity of their moments together, from cooking dinner at home to late-night walks under the stars. One evening, as they sat on a park bench overlooking the city lights, Henry took Amelia's hand in his. Thank you for seeing me for who I am, he said softly. You've given me something I thought I'd never find. And what's that? She asked, her eyes twinkling. A reason to be my best self, he replied. With you, I've found my purpose. As they sat there, the city bustling around them, Henry realized that his experiment had led him to something far greater than he'd ever imagined. In choosing to step away from his wealth and status, he had discovered the one thing he truly needed, a love that was real, honest, and unconditional. Hope you enjoy the story. Please support me by like and subscribe, and turn on your notification for more exciting story. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.